The ground shook. Explosions lit up the night sky. We were pinned down. The enemy, a monstrous creature of shadow and rage, unleashed a relentless assault. Fear threatened to consume us, but we couldn't give in. We had to fight. Our world depended on it. Maya, our leader, yelled over the din, "Hold the line!" Her voice was firm, resolute. She raised her hands, summoning a shimmering barrier of pure energy. It deflected the worst of the attack, but the strain on her face was evident. We needed to do more than just defend. My heart pounded against my ribs. I was the team's strategist, my mind a weapon as potent as any blade. I scanned the battlefield, searching for a weakness, a way to exploit the creature's power. Alex cursed beside me, his hands glowing with fiery energy. "I can't get a clear shot!" Hope. We clung to it like a lifeline. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, we couldn't afford to lose it. It was the spark that ignited our courage, the fuel for our resilience. And in that desperate moment, a glimmer of hope appeared. "Jake!" Maya called out, her voice strained but steady. "Distract it! Buy us some time!" My power, the ability to manipulate shadows, was no match for the creature's raw strength. But I could use it to create a diversion, a momentary lapse in its focus. Taking a deep breath, I closed my eyes and concentrated. The world around me seemed to fade away, replaced by a swirling vortex of darkness. I reached into it, feeling its cold embrace, and shaped it to my will. The shadows surged forward, twisting and writhing, forming a menacing illusion of monstrous creatures. There was a moment, a split second, where everything seemed to hang in the balance. The air crackled with anticipation. We were outmatched, outgunned, but not out of spirit. We had something the creature didn't, the unwavering belief in each other, the strength that came from unity. "No!" Maya roared, her voice echoing across the battlefield. The energy shield around her shattered, but she didn't falter. Instead, she charged forward, her movements fluid and graceful, a warrior queen leading her people to victory. Alex unleashed a torrent of fire, a blinding inferno that momentarily illuminated the battlefield. The creature roared in pain, its attention drawn to the immediate threat. But Maya was already upon it, her hands glowing with an ethereal light. The battle raged on, a whirlwind of energy and raw power. We fought as one, our individual strengths merging into a force greater than the sum of its parts. Maya's agility and strategic brilliance, Alex's raw power and my tactical use of shadows, together we were a force to be reckoned with. Each near miss, each successful counterattack fueled our resolve. We refused to give up, even as exhaustion gnawed at the edges of our strength. We were fighting for something more than just survival. We were fighting for hope, for the future, for the chance to see another sunrise. "Alex, focus your fire on its chest. I see a vulnerability there," I shouted. Alex, his face streaked with sweat and grime, nodded grimly. A wave of pure fire erupted from him, engulfing the creature in a blazing inferno. The tide was turning. We could feel it in the air, in the way the creature's movements were slowing, its attacks becoming less frequent, less precise. It was wounded, weakened, but still incredibly dangerous. We couldn't afford to let up, not for a second. "Maya, now, end this!" I urged. Maya, her breathing ragged but her eyes still burning with determination, nodded. She raised her hands and the air around her crackled with energy. A blinding light emanated from her, a beacon of hope in the heart of the chaos. The light struck the creature with the force of 1,000 suns. Silence. An eerie, unsettling silence descended upon the battlefield. The air, thick with the smell of ozone and burnt earth, crackled with residual energy. We lay there for a moment, dazed and disoriented, trying to catch our breath. Then slowly we started to move. First Maya, then Alex, and finally me. We rose to our feet, our bodies bruised and battered, but our spirits unbroken. We had done it. We had faced a seemingly insurmountable challenge and emerged victorious. As the dust settled, we saw the remains of the creature scattered across the battlefield like the remnants of a nightmare. The battle was over, but the war was far from won. We knew there would be other challenges, other enemies to face. But for now, we allowed ourselves a moment of triumph. We had stared into the abyss and emerged stronger, more united than ever before. We had learned that true strength lay not in individual power, but in the unwavering support and trust we shared. It was the unbreakable spirit, the refusal to give up hope, that had seen us through. As the sun rose, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, we stood together, battered but unbroken. The battle was won, but the fight for a better tomorrow, a future free from fear, had just begun.